back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Zippy Mugo. How have you guys been? How you guys coping? Well, thank you very much for those people that have actually been tuning into my YouTube channel, who have been subscribing, who have been sharing, who have been sending me comments. I just want to say thank you very much, and I do appreciate all of you. Well, guys, I've not been here for a couple of videos. I've missed out on a couple of videos because I've been extremely busy. I had an event that we was planning, atmosphere of worship, so it took a bit of my time, but hey, I am back today. So guys, we've been talking about difficulties in conceiving, and before you do that, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly please do so. Also share and also hit the notification bell so you get notified each time I upload a new video. Okay, right, on today's video I have a boy child here who I have invited, who he will introduce himself. Most of you guys know him, and I just want to welcome him before I actually we go on. So this is my husband. I've been receiving comments, and most of men actually, they've been asking me, okay, we've heard about of your story, a bit of your side. How about those men that are struggling? How about those men who are finding it hard to cope? How do they do it? How do your husband do it? Can he come on board and actually just try and explain to us, how is he coping? Is there any challenges and all things like that? Well, your wishes are granted. I have my husband here today, who we're going to be talking about the issues. We're going to be covering some of the issues. How does he cope? How do we cope? You know, how do we face the challenges? How do we maintain it? How do we, you know, keep our smile still going on? So he's going to be talking, rather we're going to be doing it, both of us, but you hear from his side of the story and how he does it. Okay, so welcome, babes.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I want to introduce my names. My names are Reverend Samuel Mugo Njoroge. I'm married to Zipporah. And I'm here today to encourage the men who are going through maybe what we are going through or what we have gone through. And it's a process. Everything is a process. And a process comes when you cope together and you go the journey together. It's not a journey of one person, it's a journey that you have to go together. It is a difficult journey sometimes. The way people talk, the way people they expect, and it's a journey that you have to go together and face challenges together with your partner.
So yes, that was him. That's Mr. Samuel Mugo, and thank you very much for actually accepting to come to my YouTube channel.
You're welcome.
I know it's a woman thing, but it's always good as well to have a man. And you being my first guest, because I'll have different guests, but you being my first guest, I really want to say thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm honored.
You're welcome.
So, babe, I know you were married, or before you got married, you had the desires. When I get married, the first year or maybe 2 years or 1 year down the line, boom, I want to have a family. I want to have the kids out myself for myself, but it has not happened so far. Yeah. So how do you feel about it?
I think everything is planned and seasoned by God.
Yes.
Because the minds of the people and the way people they look at the things is, you get married, the very first year that you have gotten married, the first child comes.
Yeah.
The second year, the second child comes. But everything goes with the season of God. If you come to realize that everything goes with the season of God, you won't even fight.
Yeah.
But most of the men, that's why I'm here to encourage a lot of men. Most of the men, when it doesn't happen, you find they have gone overboard.
Yes.
They have either started cheating, or they are planning to marry a second wife. And it doesn't necessarily means that it is the woman who has a problem. Both of you can go for checkup, but I have some instance that a lot of men do not accept to go for checkup.
So before we get up to the checkup, right now you are married.
Yes.
You are a man.
Yeah.
So before actually even the checkup and thing comes in your mind, you had an idea, yes, my wife should be able to, you know, to have a
Conceive.
child, yeah, quickly. So before actually we get to that level of getting a medical help or go to our GPs, did you feel any kind of type of way? Did you feel anything like, why is my woman not getting pregnant? What is it? What is the problem?
We are human beings. Sometimes you ask yourself like that in your mind. And
so there's no point of lying and saying
no, there's
that you
no
don't.
point of lying. No,
Yeah.
we are all human beings. Sometimes you ask yourself some questions and what is happening? Why is my wife not conceiving? Am I not doing what I'm supposed to be doing? And these are the things that comes in your mind.
Yes.
And it is a good feeling because we are human beings.
Yes.
And when you deny that feeling, it is going to hurt you inside. But because you have to release that feeling and you have to accept the way things are, that is when you start now realizing that you need to sit down and come to a point that you have to sit down with your partner and look for solutions for both of you, either to go for advice or to go for checkup.
Yes. So yeah, what my husband is trying to say, he said, okay, it came to find out that, you know, through 1 year things were not going the way he had planned. So we decided to go for our appointments, GP, to consult the doctors.
Yeah.
In my previous video I had spoken about that.
Yeah.
And then we consulted the doctors. But I know it is not easy to accept, to say we need to go and see a doctor.
Yeah.
I mean, to reach that point, it was like, we need to go and see. You'll be like, I don't have an issue. I don't have a problem. What am I going to see a doctor for?
With women, they don't have a problem when it comes to go and seek medical assistance from the doctor.
Yeah.
But with the men, they have an issue with
A
that.
very big
big
issue.
issue with that, because let me tell you one thing, and this is what the man needs to understand. Sometimes even it's not a woman who has a problem.
It can be a man.
It can be a man. And maybe it is a medical problem that you can go and your GP or your doctor is going to advise you. There's a treatment of it. You go through the treatment and things get to work. But when you start pointing fingers on one direction, that's where the problem is.
Because that's the way men are brought up. Men think, that's what I said in my previous video.
Yeah.
Men think they don't have issues.
Yes.
Men think they're okay, they are normal. But they need to understand also there is some issues that can come. And to clarify that we do not have an issue, just to make it clear out there, so that people won't think, you know, people might start thinking like, yeah, maybe they have an issue. No, we follow the doctors.
We have gone through checkups. You have gone through checkup. I have gone through checkup myself.
Yeah.
And everything is okay. And we thank God. Through the process, we went through the medical, and everything was okay. And through the process, God did bless us.
Yeah. So before we get to the blessings, we're talking about the challenges. We're talking about the challenges that are occurring. So we have you, which you're already on my side, which we find out you're okay.
Yeah.
We find out I'm fine.
Yeah.
The screening shows my womb is fine. Your sperm count is fine, is good. And guys, don't be scared. Reverend is here. My husband is here. Going for a sperm check is not a sin.
Yeah.
To be honest, let's say the reality is not a sin. Yeah, it's not a sin. So go and get yourself. Go, men.
Go get yourself being checked.
Yes, simple as that. Just go to the doctors and...
It's not a sin, and it doesn't know your dignity, actually.
It doesn't.
It doesn't know your dignity.
It does not.
It shows that you support your wife, and it shows that you are feeling the way she's feeling, and you are there to stand by her. When you get married, there is a vow that you take in good times and in bad times.
Yes.
And there is a season that your wife needs to see your support.
Exactly.
And when you have that idea and you have gotten that idea and you have said that I'm going to do this for my wife, I'm going to do this as a couple, that I have accepted to go for checkup. You're not just only doing for yourself, but even you're encouraging and giving your wife the strength
You've been an
to
example.
move on
Yes.
at the journey.
At the journey. So we find out everything is fine with us. Babe, maybe you never told me this, you never, but I know, I know my in-laws. I've never had an issue with my in-laws.
Yeah.
We get along very well with my in-laws. But you personally, did you ever maybe get pressure from, your side of the family at some point?
The one thing I want to thank my family is they have never given me any pressure.
Especially our mom. Our mom has just been the best.
She has been the
She has
best.
been
She
the
has been very
best.
supportive.
Yeah,
Actually, she calls us every time.
Yes.
She's praying with us.
Yeah.
She's encouraging us, and we are really grateful,
Yes.
and we are thankful. And I want to say this for the people who are going to be watching this video, especially even the parents and will be watching this video. Sometimes giving pressure to your son, it will cost your son to go either outside to cheat or to bring a second wife. And it doesn't mean that bringing a second wife, you are going to get children.
That's what people go
because wrong. You don't know if you are the problem. Or your wife is the problem.
True.
Before you get to that that mind that you want to go and take a second wife, just think about your wife before you go to seek for a second wife. Think about your wife.
Yes.
Think about yourself.
Yeah.
Have you gone through the process? Have you exhausted all the processes that now you're seeking to get a second wife?
Yeah. So my husband didn't have no pressure from his family side. My side, we never have any pressure. We thank God really, because I think we have the most amazing parents and family and siblings. To be honest, I think they're the best. We have never come across the pressure. When are you going to convince? Okay, at some point, I personally felt, as a woman, I know you definitely feel that. You definitely feel like, you're taking too long. Yeah, it's taking too long, and you're feeling maybe, it's taking too long, or maybe you feel like your friends are getting children and you're not getting children, so you feel a bit of, shaky. But with the support of the family and a few friends that you have actually who tells you it's okay when God's time comes, is really encouraging. Yeah, it's really, really, really encouraging. So we didn't have no pressure from the family and all of that. So babe, your friends, how about your friends?
When it comes, marriage is between you and your wife. It doesn't involve anywhere your friends. The families are there, but don't allow the pressure that you're being given by your family to take control over your marriage. Because you'll be doing things by the pressure of your family. Or maybe you'll be doing things by the pressure of your friends, which is not good. Because you are supposed to sit down and speak. You are two adults. And that is why you hear marriage is not for a boy and a girl. Marriage is for adults. So you're adults, you need to sit down and talk. Don't bring your friends or your family in your marital
life. Yeah, friends and relationships, to be honest, you need to have a limit. You need to know when to speak, what to say.
Yep.
You need to keep your...
and when to draw the line.
When to draw the boundary.
Yeah, the boundary.
So it won't be like, people get so used to you and your partner. So we finished all of that. Family is fine. Everything is fine. So I didn't know that I was pregnant. In fact, you are the one who was keep on telling me that I looked pregnant.
Yes.
Because of the issues of my periods that was been going on. Actually, babe, let's talk about this for a bit. So you all know I have irregular periods. So we'll be talking about irregular periods and how the PCOS, how it affects and all of that. So we don't have under 18s here. So this is 18 and above. So we can talk about adult stuff here. So, babe, the irregularity of periods. Sometimes, I'll go for periods for a long time.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I don't see my period. Let's talk about me going for periods for a while. Sexually, how does it affect you?
I think it's good to be patient.
It's good to be patient.
It's good to be patient because being patient it shows that you're supporting your partner.
Yeah.
Being patient does not ruin your dignity. Being patient does not ruin you as a man. It actually gives you the strength to encourage your woman.
But there is men who actually they feel like if they don't have sex, if they don't get sex from home, and it's not because that the woman does not wants to give sex. It's just because there is something in the way, there's a health issue on the way that is affecting. So I think understanding your woman, understanding the issues of your woman, it can help.
I think everything is about the mindset.
The mindset, yeah.
When you set your mind to go and become a bad person, you become a bad person. When you set your mind and
so there's no time you felt a dry spell.
No, when you have the mind to set up and being supportive. So
there's no dry spell somewhere.
No.
Come and tell them.
No.
Be serious.
No.
Smile a little. So I am happy to hear that. I am happy because
actually for me it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
That because you have your wife who is going through something in life which it's God created.
Yeah.
But period is about God created thing.
Yeah.
That now you have the license to go and do other stuff that you want to do. It for me doesn't make any sense. You have to be patient.
Yes.
And let me tell you one thing: nobody has a degree of doing bad things.
Nah.
No.
Nah.
So you need to be patient.
So my periods had gone missing for a while, and when I was having the issues of the periods and everything, so I looked up on on the ways that I can actually regulate my periods, and I came across some pills. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see, they're called Conceive Plus. I don't know if you can see them. It's Conceive Plus. So one was for ovulation, yeah, and one is for fertility. So these are just to fertility support. So these were just to help regulate my periods, to help, because they say they can even help with PCOS. They have folic acids, they have all the vitamins, and they have all of that. So I came across these tablets. They're very expensive. They're about £40. Both of them, so they're not really cheap. So I came across and I read the reviews and all of that. So I said to my husband, let's give this a try. So this comes also with a lubricant. So we didn't have the thing. It comes also with a lubricant of it. So you take the medications, and when you're having your intercourse with your man, you can use the gel just to help the sperms to help carry. I'm not advertising, but I'm just saying because those tablets did help me at that particular time. And so I started taking the tablets, and they helped me regulate my periods. I started seeing my periods. Yeah. My periods started coming like normal. Every month, normal for 3 days, and they're gone. It became normal. So it reached a point my periods stopped going. So I thought, yeah, we've gone back to zero again. We've gone back to where we started again. But my husband, we were moving home, so I started having some it's like my face started changing. There's a time I had so much spots from nowhere. Do you remember?
Yeah, face, neck, your neck.
My neck, my spots. I started having, so I thought maybe because I was admitted to hospital like in the beginning of the year, so I thought maybe because
losing appetite.
So I thought maybe it's because of the change of medication I was given. Maybe that's why. So my face really started behaving funny. So I just tried to use all that. I just forget it. Maybe it's just my reaction to medication. So we left it. So we moved to the new house. But my husband here, what did you notice, babe? Because you kept on telling me, I think you're pregnant. I think you're pregnant.
Yeah, I kept on telling you like that for some days. It went for a month.
For a month.
Yeah.
No period still.
Yes.
So I had missed my period for about four months. I think 3 to 4 months. Yeah.
Now we moved here in December. and you did your test in
and I'd missed my
February.
period. I'd missed my period from October.
From October.
Yeah, from October.
So before we moved the house, that's 2 months. And when you did the test, it was in February.
Yeah.
And
2nd of February.
2nd of February,
Yeah.
you did it. And
but before that, we're talking about how did you? Because you kept on telling me, I think you're pregnant, but I was like, no, babies, I am not pregnant. It's just
because I remember when we moved there, it was almost Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And I remember we were going to Mom's, and that day you didn't eat, you didn't have the appetite for food, and you kept on telling me that you can't, you don't feel the taste of the food.
And I thought maybe it was
appetite.
COVID.
Yes.
Because it's COVID times.
Yes. And I remember I kept on telling you
do pregnancy test.
Do pregnancy test.
But remember, Biba had done so many pregnancy tests.
It happened. It was on a Monday. You had an appointment with the GP.
No, I was asked to go and do a blood test.
Yes, a blood test. So you left me sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
And you went and did a blood test, and then you came back with.
I did not do a blood test. I don't know what appointment it was for. It was before I was going to do something for the GP. It was not a blood test. I was supposed to go and do blood test for pregnancy because we had done the pregnancy test and they were all negative.
Yeah.
So I had booked an appointment to go and do a blood test, which I did not go. I did not like do blood tests. I just don't like blood tests. So I did not go for blood tests.
You left me sleeping.
So I left you sleeping. I went and bought pregnancy test.
It was on a Monday in the morning.
Yeah.
You left me sleeping, and then when you came back,
it was still negative.
No, you did the test, and I had you screaming.
No, babe. We went and bought the test together. The one I did first from the pharmacy didn't. It was negative.
Yeah, it
and
was
then
negative. I brought you
another one. And then we bought me and you went to the supermarket because we were going to do something.
One.
We bought it.
It was
me
negative.
And you. It was positive, and then I hid it because I was not too sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did one in the morning just to be sure.
Yes.
And that's where I came and showed it to you.
Yeah.
Because it didn't hit me that I was pregnant. Do you know, I did a pregnancy test the night and I saw the lines and I thought, this is just, maybe there's a false. Because I was so used to...
But you didn't tell me that night.
I didn't tell you that night. I told you in the morning. Because I was thought the things were still playing up with me because they've always been playing up with me. So I just like, it didn't even shook me that much. So how did you feel when I came and told you?
Oh, I felt so good, and it was a good feeling because I think everyone wants to be a dad.
And you cried.
And everyone wants to be a mom. And it is a good feeling.
And you cried and
yes,
you were happy and you called the families and everybody was happy.
Yeah.
And then the journey began.
The journey began, and it was a good journey. I remember when you used to go for your clinics. I was banned from attending the clinics because of COVID. So you used to go by yourself, and I used to be...
How did that feel?
No, I did feel good because I wanted to go with you.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be there for you and our child. And when we did realize that we are going to get a child, it was a good feeling. Everyone who feels, and you are excited, and you are happy that now you have a generation after you. And
but it was not an easy one.
It was not an easy one
because I was in so much pain.
Yes, and you had too many tests.
I had too many tests to
and
go.
I remember the doctor suspended you to go to work.
Yeah, and for those who are asking, I was actually 3 to 4 months pregnant at that particular time. So I was big.
And the doctor suspended you to go to work.
Yeah, I was not going to work because of the pains were too much.
Yeah, the pains were too much, and they had to do your test. I think every 2 days.
Every week I was going for a test.
You were going for
every week I was going for tests just to make sure everything, because it was a bit too much. Because when I started going to the gynaes, they were not seeing the sac. The sac was hiding, so I kept on going in and trying to find out, is there really a pregnancy there? Was it ectopic? Ectopic is a pregnancy that is growing outside the womb, so that's not a very good pregnancy. So that's what they thought it was, but it wasn't until they actually found the real pregnancy. But it took them time to find. He was hiding. He was one crazy pregnancy, but it was a journey. It was a good feeling. We was happy. He was looking forward. Babe, how was it? Like you start imagining now you're gonna be a daddy. You know, how did you feel?
I was feeling good because I was feeling good. I'm going to be a father.
A father.
I'm going
He was
to
talking about how he's gonna spoil the child.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we were all looking forward, looking for little cute dresses or boys or stuff, and you know, all of this. Your mind now starts picturing.
Yeah.
But we didn't. Things do happen. You know, pregnancy comes with so many things. I didn't have that because I thought, yes, I'm pregnant. That's it. I'm gonna carry it for 9 months. We deliver and we look after our baby. No. So just before we wrap this thing up, so when you found that I had a miscarriage, because we found out when we had a miscarriage during our birthday.
Yeah.
It was during our birthday actually celebration that we found out that I had a miscarriage.
No, it was on a Sunday in the morning. I had come from work. That particular in the afternoon we had 2 occasions. I was preaching in the afternoon online. And we had an occasion to support the Elroy
children.
Yeah,
so if
children.
you guys can remember that.
So I came. We had breakfast, and I went to sleep a bit before I woke up and prepared myself to preach for the people in the afternoon.
We had the cake coming.
Yeah, we had the cake
because
coming.
My sisters had bought us a cake.
Yes, and I remember you came and woke me up.
I had done the decoration the night before, so I had made everything nice.
So you came and woke me up and you told me come and sit this, and I came. You showed me what had come from you.
But before that, I had so much pain, like 2 nights before.
Yeah.
I really had a very bad pain, and I went to the A&E.
No, I took you to the A&E on Saturday.
Yeah, and when I went to the A&E, because I was starting to bleed, and I went to the A&E, and the A&E people said, "Oh, we can see the pregnancy is in the right position, so there is nothing to worry about." Because I was coming back to a scan on Monday.
Yeah.
So they just say, since you're coming back to a scan on Monday, it's okay, go home. Everything looks fine. So we came back home.
Yeah.
That was a Saturday night. Yeah. So on Sunday we're having the event.
Yes.
So I shower, I get ready, done my hair, blah blah. You were sleeping. So when I finished having a shower, you already started dressing up. You got up, started dressing up.
No, I was sleeping.
Were you sleeping?
I was sleeping. You came and woke me up and you told me something had just.
Because I was at the mirror, standing on the mirror, and I was just getting myself ready. And because I was in so much pain, the pain kept on coming and going. So I just felt like something just dropped. For those people on period, women on period, you can feel when the clot is trying to drop. So I felt like a clot dropping, something dropping. And I went to the toilet because I was wearing a pad because of the bleeding and all. But then I found a very massive... I'm laughing now, but that day was not easy. It was one of the scariest and moments of my life because I was the one who saw it first. And I woke my husband and I said, "Come and see this." Babe, how did you feel? Because I know I could see your face. You're a bit...
What I did, I was a bit scared. I was scared, and that is when I called my sister. My sister in the
She's
US.
A doctor.
She's a doctor in the US.
Yeah.
So I called her and I explained to her, and the way she replied,
just knew something was not
I
right.
knew something was not right.
Yeah.
Because what she told me that don't worry. Just what you need to do, go tomorrow in the morning as you're going to hospital. Go tomorrow in the morning and the doctor is going to advise you. And I was, this is my blood sister. She's a doctor. She could have told me otherwise. But doctors, they are private and
yeah,
they need to.
They don't want to shock you.
No, they don't want to shock you. They need you to go through the process. So we go. We spent on the Sunday. We did the 2 occasions,
and nobody would know what happened.
Nobody knew what happened.
Actually, nobody knew what happened.
Even our parents. It's just only my sister who had knew.
Yeah.
The one who is a doctor in the US is the one who had knew. And on Monday in the morning, we woke up, had breakfast, and we went to the hospital.
Carried my...
Yes, and I remember because I was not allowed to go in, I was sitting outside the hospital.
So I went in. So the moment I went in, I met first the healthcare assistant. I told her I had some pains during the weekend. I bled a little bit and something big dropped out of me. Her reaction was like, oh no. Once she said, oh no, then I knew definitely something was
That's
not
wrong.
right. So, because I still had hopes. I still had, maybe it's just pregnancy. I've never been pregnant before, so I don't know. Maybe it's just how it happens. So I was heartbroken. I just felt, oh no. So I was going through the examinations. The first gyna looked at me. The second one came, and then they were like, I'm sorry to say this, but it looks like you've had a miscarriage. And you've had a complete miscarriage, and your womb is empty. Oh my God. That was it. I mean, I felt like my world was shattered. I completely lost, completely empty. I felt I didn't know what to say. I cried my eyes out. My husband is not allowed to come in the building. I am stressed out. The stress just came, boom, once and for all. And I told the doctor, can you get my husband? He said no, because of COVID, he's not allowed in. So I cleaned up everything. I sat down and I was like, you know what? You've got to call him and explain this to him, because I do not know what I'm going to tell him. Because remember, he was very happy. So my husband now calls my doctor now calls the husband, and he was outside.
I remember I saw the call.
Yeah.
And the doctor said hubby, and I'm on the phone, and I see this is my wife's number. And a man is calling me hubby and asking, who are you? And he said, my name is Dr. So-and-so. And I said, okay. And he said, who are you? I said, I'm Zipporah's husband. And he told me that the process that they have gone through and what has happened. And I was asking him a lot of questions, and he said that they could have done nothing else, and it has happened. And I remember one thing that he told me before he hung on the phone. He said, it is good that your wife, she can be able to conceive, because other people, they don't, there are some instances that there are women who can never conceive at all. And he said, you just go and just continue trying, and things will work out. Yeah. And he had to hang on the phone.
Yeah, I can actually just see the whole the whole thing has just come back right on my face. And then I left, come outside, meet my husband. We get in the cab. I don't want to talk. I didn't want to say anything. The moment I got in this house, that is the moment that I broke down. And I broke down completely. But one thing I like about my husband, he kept on telling me, you know what, it's fine. It's okay. God is going to give us another one. It is fine. Don't you worry. The moment he kept on telling me that, and then we called our parents, because I was like, let's just call moms and everybody. We called the moms, and everybody was just, it's fine. It's okay. There's always a second time. And the doctor, one thing about the doctor said, once you had a miscarriage, it's so easy to get pregnant quickly. Remember?
Yeah.
So we thought we're going to try it and it's going to happen. Since I've conceived, it's going to happen. Well, God's plans is always different. So we're still trying. We're still taking precautions. We're still believing God. I know God is going to do it. And I want to speak to a woman out there who you still trust in God for a child. You're in a marriage, you have your partner, it is okay. If you've had a miscarriage, it's fine. It's not the end of the road. God is still working things out. And at his appointed time, he's going to bless you with children. Not even one, double blessing. And my husband here, I want you to speak to a man out there who is in a relationship, or who is just not even in a relationship, but got a woman pregnant, or they're believing God for a child, or maybe they're scared to go and get checked up. They're scared to go and what do people think, what family think, what my friends think. Please try and just tell them the importance of going to get checked up as soon as possible, as early. They say prevention is better than cure, and go and get yourself checked out. Before I give to my husband, women out there, please, Also, there is one thing also that helps. Your cervical screening helps. The smear test do helps. So go and get yourself checked out. Go and see what is going on. If you have to ask your doctor for the scans of the wombs and everything, go and get checked out. It's better to get checked up on time so you can get the medical attention that you need.
I want to speak to a man who is there, will be watching this video. It's good to be supportive, and it's good to go for checkup. It doesn't know you.
No.
In anything, it doesn't change you, you're a man.
Yeah.
It is good to go for checkup, for the advice from the doctor. Be supportive to your wife, and always make sure that you take care of each other.
Support one another.
Support one another.
Love your wife at the lowest.
Yes, and make sure that the way the doctor is going to advise you, follow the advice from the doctor, and do accordingly to the doctor he has said. And remember, everything happens with a reason.
Yes.
And everything is purposed by God. And God is the one who gives children.
Yes.
So you need to be patient, you need to be prayerful, and you need to be supportive to your wives.
You've heard it from the main man.
Yeah.
So boy child out there, do not be scared. Go get yourself checked out. It won't harm you.
Don't draw your dignity.
Women, go and check yourself out. I would say if you're over 18, start as soon as possible. Go and start getting all the checkups that you need now before you start getting older and things looks a bit all over the place.
Yeah.
Start doing your checkups when you're young. Yeah, start looking after yourself as a woman. Start looking at the things that you can do to improve your health and things like that. So I think we've come to an end of those issues of conceiving difficulties. And God willing, if I'm going to have the guests who are going to be coming, maybe more of the women, maybe they can be speaking on their sides, how they're struggling. But we'll be talking about more other topics soon in the future coming. So thank you guys for watching. And my husband here, please tell them to subscribe to my YouTube.
Just hit the button.
Yeah, subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Button.
And also share with your friends, with your family. Tell them about Zippy Mugo, Journey of a Woman, where a woman is somebody. Thank you very much and God bless you. See you on the next one. Bye.